Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast with Jay Gordon Duncan. And if you're wondering why the J, the answer is I'm not a bagpipe player. And if that joke doesn't make any sense, I encourage you to check out episode 0 where I explain that joke, as well as the purpose of the This Is Gonna Hurt podcast, where we talk about faith, family, fitness, finances, and sometimes fun. Well, welcome back, friends. If you're watching, you can realize I'm not in the home studio. I'm not in post running clothes. I don't have the Capitalize Your Best logo behind me because I'm recording this podcast a little bit early. I'm recording it in one of the sound booths at my office, and I'm actually in midday dress clothes and that kind of thing. Why? Well, to be honest with you, I'm going to get a little vacation next week, and I want to go ahead and get this episode ready for you guys to come out. So, again, as always, we start with thank you. Last week, I shared a little bit about the Capitalized Academy, and I appreciate all of you guys checking that out. Thank you. I talked about growing and removing some guilt and doing it all affordably, because when you dedicate yourself to that 15 minutes of education a day and you do it affordably, you are going to get better at what you do. And that's what the Capitalized Academy does. So just reach out to me if you'd like to know more. We had an open house in the Capitalize Your Best Facebook group, and that was a lot of fun. If you'd like that replay, again, reach that out to me and I'll send that to you as well. But today, okay, I have a good friend. His name is Jay Lee. He's the sales ninja. He's a multi-millionaire sales coach. He's not one of those sales coaches, I'm not going to mention their names, who like to yell and scream at you all the time. Those guys work for some people. Jay is very kind, and he's very practical. And we've been working together and knowing each other for some, I don't know, probably a year and a half at least. But we've never bumped into each other. He's in Toronto and I'm in Virginia. And he just reached out to me last week. He's like, hey, bro, how's it going? And I was giving him some updates. And he said that he was speaking at an event in Virginia, up a little bit north, almost DC. And when he shared with me where that was, I said, and that's only an hour and a half away. So he sent me an invite to a business mixer, a business networking event by my friend JR at BLN. And so I said, okay, I'm free. I'll head up there. So I did. And first of all, the event was great. Definitely check out JR and BLN. And I can give you the connection there if that's something you're interested in. But Jay wasn't speaking at the mixer. He was just mixing, networking like all of us. So when we got there, we got a quick 5 minutes together. But after a few minutes, I said, hey, man, let me go grab you something to drink. And then we stood and talked for about 10 minutes. And I shared a win with him. Now, here was the win. The win is that I signed one of my larger clients ever, and they offered a paid in full year in advance, which is wonderful. Some of my clients will pay in full, some want quarterly. I have a few clients who pay monthly, but I was sharing it with them. And a huge win, a lot to celebrate, a lot to be thankful for. And this is where the sales ninja, this is where the kind of advice that I can share with you becomes super practical. So he started asking me the questions. He goes, okay, first of all, tell me about your relationship with this client. And so I told him about the relationship with the client, how long we've worked together, and what services I offered. For me, the sale was to a pre-existing client. So I went into it again. We've worked together this long. These are the services I offer, and here's the need that they had. And he goes, okay, now tell me about your offer. So I shared with him what we offered to them and what we agreed upon. And then he said, okay, now explain to me the conversation. He wanted me to kind of break down the conversation. And so you see what he's doing. Who was the audience? What was the offer? What brought about the entire transaction? And I did that. And here's where the gold is, my friends. He said, okay, this is a win. You know, you got it paid in full. It was a good contract, pre-existing client. Here was your offer. And here was, their need that you met. How do you recreate those circumstances so that you get more sales like that in the future? Let me ask you that again. How do you recreate those circumstances so that you get more sales like that in the future. Obviously, I would like to grow my business with more and more sales like that, right? And he's like, well, then recreate that circumstance and go get more of that. That's easier than what you've been doing. I was like, 100% right. Listen, I love speaking to potential clients. I love speaking in seminars. I love interacting with people who've heard about me for the first time, and I know what that sales process looks like. But the sales process that I went through for this close was completely different. And he's like, go recreate that. So let's apply it to you. This will only work for someone who's got prior sales in their business. It doesn't work yet for pre-revenue. But let's say you've closed some clients, okay? Then the question that I was asked is the question I would ask you. How do you recreate that circumstance? How do you recreate those conditions? Ask yourself, who was the client? Okay. Ask them what's their relationship with, like, who are they? Okay, go find more of them. What was the offer? Okay, put that together. Go put together more of those offers. Okay, what was their need? Okay, go and look for clients with those needs. Essentially, when you have a big win close, when you have a big win sale, do everything you can to recreate the target audience and the circumstance and the offer. And when you recreate that and you go for those, you're going to have a better chance of growing your sales, right? Now, I would never want to recreate sales that were super difficult and were super difficult clients. Why would I want to do that, right? I want to grow with clients I've got great relationships with, I've got a great offer, and I'm meeting their need. That's what I should go recreate. So that's exactly what he's saying. So now, what I've got other sales opportunities going on right now. I've got seminars going on. Those are all wonderful, and I'm going to pursue those. But now I've got to do is go deconstruct that circumstance with that particular client in that particular situation, and then try to recreate it. You should do the same. Think about those circumstances, those clients, those closes that went well for you, and then go try to recreate it as much as possible. If you can't recreate it, then you've got to go get more and more of those potential clients that are just like that. Super simple, but revelatory. And that's how you build great sales and great revenue. So, my friends, I hope this helps. Reach out to me if you'd like to talk to me more about it. You can do that at the Capitalize Your Best group. You can reach out to me on all my socials. You can set up an appointment with me at capitalizeyourbest.com. All of those opportunities are out there for us to interact. But I would love to help you with that. But again, essentially, you got to ask yourself those three questions. Who was the client in that great close that you had? What was your offer and what was their need? Recreate that, and then you're going to get growing sales in your business. I hope this helps. Hey, I've got a seminar coming up. The registration page is not available, but mark your calendar, June 27th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to be super practical. It's one of those, hey, how to grow your business in 15 minutes a day kind of seminars. I'll tell you more about it probably next week, but mark your calendars, June 27th, 11 to 1. It's going to be in person in Fredericksburg and online, and I'm promising a good experience for both. Guys, check it out. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm headed to the beach, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.